This is QTV Nightly News. I am Umudu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. Here are the news headlines. At the opening of the 9th Inter-Regional Ministerial Meeting on Sports Governance in the Gambia, Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow, alongside global leaders, emphasized the importance of implementing robust anti-doping measures in sports. In a major development on Tuesday, the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO Gambia office and partners, including the Gambia government, launched the Agri-accelerator project aimed at empowering youth entrepreneurs. In a move to address human rights and constitutional matters, the Gambia Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations convened a stakeholder engagement with the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters. Vulnerable families in the Upper River region have received cash as part of the NAFA cash transfer program implemented by the National Nutrition Agency, NANA, and partners. Those were the news headlines, and now the news in detail. Welcome and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. At the opening of the 9th Inter-Regional Ministerial Meeting on Sports Governance in the Gambia, Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow, alongside global leaders, emphasized the importance of safeguarding sports values and integrity by implementing robust anti-doping measures. And Sumana Esonyasi was there, and he now reports.
The 9th Inter-Regional Ministerial Meeting on Sports Governance held in the Gambia focuses on the theme Enhancing Africa's Sport Governance, Fostering Inter-Regional Cooperation and Convergence for Sport Values, Ethics and Integrity. Vice President Mohamed B.S. Jallow, in his opening remarks, expressed gratitude for hosting one of the largest sports gatherings in Africa's history. He stressed the urgent need for collaborative action to address doping and other challenges affecting sports development, particularly in Africa. Along with Gambia's Sports Minister Bakary Badji, Jallow advocated for upholding ethical standards in sports through strong anti-doping measures.
Cheating must not be condoned. Such tactics are unfair and therefore contravene the principles of decency and sportsmanship. The theme also drives the point home, especially to policymakers, law enforcers, athletes, and all other stakeholders, that although sports could be intensely competitive, every sport must be clean and fair to be considered truly sportive.
Today's meeting presents us a unique opportunity to engage in a much-needed dialogue on addressing the challenges faced by the effect of doping in sports. This is a menace not just in the African continent, but all over the world. It is a global phenomenon that has hindered the development of sports and the advancement of our athletes, who on an occasional basis are coerced into using drugs as a way of enhancing their strength.
Speaking through an interpreter, Matarba, former Senegalese Minister of Sport and chairperson of the 9th session of the Conference of Parties to UNESCO's International Convention Against Doping in Sports, expressed gratitude to the Gambian government and UNESCO for their strong commitment to combating doping and protecting sports integrity in Africa. Ambassador Minata Samate, African Union Commissioner for Health, Humanitarian Affairs and Social Development, along with Miata Lily French, ECOWAS representative, highlighted Africa's position as the second largest recipient of the Anti-Doping Fund, underscoring the continent's significant role in global sports. They emphasized the need for policymakers to implement evidence-based policies through increased cooperation.
The African Union also is committed to support the provision of an ecosystem that promotes sport values, integrity, and effective delivery and safe, inclusive, equitable, and sustainable sports in Africa.
Across Africa, we have witnessed how governance deficiencies, doping, and educational gaps can give rise to corruption, scandals, match fixing, and exploitation. These issues erode trust and institutional credibility, undermine the integrity of competition, and hinder the development of athletes and organizations alike.
Other speakers included Gabriela Ramos, UNESCO Assistant Director General for Social and Human Sciences, who urged governments to establish dedicated funds for capacity building and raising awareness about the harmful effects of doping. She also called for increased support for women in sports who continue to face challenges like harassment and discrimination. At the conclusion of a two-day meeting, delegates are expected to formulate recommendations for tackling doping and other challenges in sports. Ansmane Sonyasi for KTV News.
In a major development on Tuesday, the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO Gambia office, alongside partners, including the Gambia government, launched the Agri-accelerator or Agri-accelerator project aimed at empowering youth entrepreneurs in the country. Osman Jatta has more.
In the Gambia, youth make up 40% of the labor force. However, limited capital and insufficient investment in youth development remain key factors hindering the country's potential to fully benefit from its youth dividend. The launch of the Agri-accelerator project aims to promote responsible agricultural investment by equipping young entrepreneurs with training, resources and crucial support to build a more vibrant and sustainable agri-food sector. Mushibudi Rampedi is the country representative for the Food and Agriculture Organization.
The strategic framework of FAO is aligned to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. As an organization, we are committed to pursuing activities, actions, interventions that will enable us to improve production, to ensure better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life.
The project also aims to develop a more vibrant and sustainable agri-food sector, ensuring a better future for young people in agriculture. Dr. Mustafa Sise, Assistant FAO Representative and Head of Programs, outlines the genesis of the Agri-accelerator project and its significance in empowering youth.
We did a research of systems that will work. We have experimented with a number of investment for youths in Tunisia, in Morocco, in Senegal, in Mauritania, and we found a lot of similarities between these countries and the Gambia in terms of the needs for the youth. And that is why we've thought that if we bring in this project for the Gambia, it will be beneficial.
Justine Gushelboa, Director of Alliance Française Banjul, reiterated her institution's strong commitment to youth empowerment and sustainable development.
Agriculture is not just the backbone of Gambian economy, it is also a sector brimming with untapped potential for growth, job creation and technological advancement. Since 2021, with the support of the French Embassy in Senegal and in the Gambia, we have been proud to stand by young entrepreneurs through our incubator and the project Gambian Tech, helping them bringing their vision to life.
The Gambia government, through the Ministry of Trade and Partners, such as the Food and Agriculture Organization, has launched several initiatives aimed at addressing the country's youth unemployment gap. Fatou Jame, the Deputy Permanent Secretary responsible for projects and programs at the Ministry of Agriculture, deputized for the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Demba Sabali, at the launch.
The Green Covering National Development Plan of this country, 2023-2027, has pillars and priority areas to enhance the food security and nutrition sustainability, development, commercialization, entrepreneurship, development of youth participation in the agri-food system.
Launch of the project, the FAO organized a strategic stakeholder planning workshop to gather valuable insights from key stakeholders, helping to shape the project's implementation by providing young entrepreneurs with the necessary tools, knowledge and resources. The project will unlock their potential and make a significant contribution to the socio-economic development of the Gambia. Osman Jatta, reporting for QTV News.
In a move to foster collaboration, streamline efforts and strengthen partnerships for impactful reforms to address human rights and constitutional matters, the Gambia Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations convened a stakeholder engagement with the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters. Our Bob attended the meeting and see now reports.
The Gambia is once again having to address the possibility of a new constitution. This meeting provided a platform to discuss pressing issues, share insight, and align strategies to address challenges relating to human rights and constitutional reforms. It also allowed stakeholders to consider effective approaches to strengthen the center's role in promoting and protecting fundamental rights. Adama Jallo, the national coordinator at the Victims Center, underscored the need for collaborative efforts to achieve these goals.
The Victim Center has been here since 2017, and it has made a lot of strides. It has been very supportive, especially when the TRRC came in, because we came before the TRRC, and we had supported the TRRC in terms of documenting cases of victims, and also making sure that victims are brought forward to the TRRC to make their stories known to the public.
Madi Sise, the Standing Committee's chairman, outlined the budget for the Victims Center, emphasizing the importance of adequate funding to ensure the center's continued operations and success.
We had discussed some issues. We have proposed some suggestions as well. To be part of the budget, you need some steps to be taken. You can be directly under the Ministry of Justice, and we have some institutions that are subvented institutions under the Ministry of Justice. And that's where I think the Victim Center should, squarely fit into. The job that the Victim Center is doing is not for only they themselves, but it's broader. It's a national duty that we are doing. So I think what we need to do is we need to team up more, work closely during the rest of this month to make sure that the Victim Center is considered as a subvented institution.
Keba Jum, head of programs at the Gambia Victims Center, highlighted the center's ongoing efforts to improve services for victims of human rights violations.
We serve as an advocacy platform where issues concerning victims, human rights in the country, all about justice, accountability, reconciliation are all discussed. So at regional level, we have what we call regional focal persons. There are about 14 of them across the country. In all the regions, there are people who are there representing the Victim Center, as well as representing other institutions. Because the institutions that we are partnering with, anytime they want to go into the field, they want to contact those people because they are very, very good in mobilization.
Members of the Standing Committee expressed their commitment to working closely with the Center to promote accountability, justice, and adherence to constitutional principles. The meeting concluded with both parties agreeing on actionable steps to ease the Center's work and strengthen national efforts in upholding human rights. Gambia's Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations is a special interest group of family of victims and supporters seeking justice for their loved ones who were killed, disappeared, wrongly imprisoned, and tortured during former President Jammeh's time in office. For QTV News, I am Awa Bob.
From that story, we'll now go for a commercial break, and when we return, we still have some more local news stories for you. Do stay tuned.
browse with us. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25. Yes! Recharge $25 and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back and thank you for joining us. This is QTV News. The NAFA Cash Transfer Program, supported by the World Bank, provides funds to vulnerable households for immediate relief and long-term support. It focuses on improving early grade education, increasing job-relevant training for youth, creating income opportunities, enhancing educational quality, expanding unemployment and access, and strengthening social protection for the most at-risk population. Pa Daniel Mendy has more on this story.
The NAFA Cash Transfer Program, supported by the World Bank, provides funds to vulnerable households for immediate relief and long-term support. It focuses on improving early grade education, increasing job-relevant training for youth, creating income opportunities, enhancing education quality, expanding employment access, and strengthening social protection for the most at-risk populations. Keba Jata, the Regional Social Welfare Officer for URR, provides an overview of the cash transfer program.
The project is out there to support extreme poor households, building household resilience by monthly cash transfer, giving 3,000 transfer value to individual households. So we've started this project since 2021. We are now into another phase, which has been connected by the Gambian Rice in the country, which URR, we are into 4 districts, which the total beneficiaries is about 4,996 beneficiaries.
Modu Esau, Environmental Safeguard Specialist at the Ministry of Finance, highlights the objectives of the cash transfer program.
One of the objectives is to reach the most vulnerable in the community, in our communities. So as you know, the Rice Project is inclusive in that everybody is included. All the members of society are given a chance where the cash transfer is happening, where our most vulnerable people will be given at least some cash from the NANA.
Fatu Jiba, Director of the Department of Community Development, emphasizes her department's role in the cash transfer program and discusses the topic selected for this cycle.
We have extension workers who work at the level of the ward. So if we are carrying out any cash transfer, they are responsible for the community mobilization. And then equally the SBCC sessions, where they will ensure that if a topic in each cash transfer, there is a topic chosen. So this time around it's on playful parenting, which they will deliver when the participants or beneficiaries arrive on venue. They will talk to them about the model.
Yusuf Ajawo, Senior Nutrition Field Officer in URR, explains the process of the cash transfer program for the beneficiaries.
And in the transfer we have the payment decks, and we also have the verification decks, then the GRM decks, where the GRM decks is whenever they have any complaints or they have some questions that they want to ask, they are allowed to come there and express their concerns, and we try to address them.
Jibaba, Banna Sila, and Mama Jara, some of the beneficiaries of the project, say they use the funds to generate income by purchasing livestock which they raise and sell for a profit. They also save a portion of the money while using some to support their families, such as paying for their children's school fees and providing food. The project also offers guidance on efficiently managing limited resources and promoting healthy maternal practices essential for children's growth and development. For QTV News, I am Pa Daniel Gomez.
The students at Marina International School are exhibiting examples of their art to the Alliance Française. The exhibition, which started last week, is curated under the theme Art for Education, the key to broadening horizons. Mam Jara Kamara spoke to some of the students, and this is their story.
School art exhibitions by students outside the walls of their school are somewhat rare in the Gambia, yet they could serve as a platform to celebrate, nurture, and showcase the passion of creative students. At Marina International School Art Department, this exhibition is groundbreaking as it showcases the artistic talent of their students in painting, drawing, papier-mâché, batik, and other arts and craft works. This first outdoor school art exhibition at Alliance Française ends on the 22nd of January, and it will raise funds to buy art materials to continue the amazing work the students have already started. Lawrence A. Toibo, coordinator of Department COD of the Creative Arts Department, highlights the significance of having such initiative at the school.
I'm a painter. I did paint in university, and I want, where I am, the school, want the students to have taste of this art and to develop the skill and the creative idea of some youths.
Committed to nurturing the leaders of tomorrow, Marina International School provides a world-class education that blends academic excellence with creativity, innovation, and global awareness. The school offers a dynamic learning environment where students from all walks of life come together to explore their potentials. Fatou Touré, whose work is displayed as part of the exhibition, describes how art helped her transmit her emotions.
Art means everything. It's like a way to express yourself. When you're not feeling well or you're just angry or depressed, you can express it with art. My artwork is inspired by afros. So I draw an afro woman as my painting to show how much I love it.
Michael Omar Sanya also highlights how the school helped him find and develop his passion for art.
I participated in the exhibition to expand my skills. Because I want to be an industrial engineer, and art is a big part of it.
COD Lawrence further stresses the importance of African art and how we should value our own culture.
We Africans should be proud of our products. We should be proud of our culture. But how many of us are using craft market items in our homes? They love the African art more than we do love our work.
Adam Chingling Wang, the head girl of the school, whose artworks were also exhibited at Alliance Française, encourages people to visit their expo and help in the fundraising efforts.
I believe everyone should at least try and paint. If not, or if they need the motivation, they can go visit Alliance Française for the exhibition that is currently taking place to see all of the artworks that the Marina students did. And maybe from there, they will be interested more in arts and even participate in other art exhibitions.
In its robust academic curriculum, to enrich extracurricular activities, Marina International School fosters a love for learning in every student as they focus on developing not only intellectual curiosity but also emotional, social, and physical well-being. According to Lawrence A. Toibo, the COD of the Creative Art Department, this exhibition will encourage students to do more artworks, and it might serve as a starting point for students to develop a career in arts and craft in the future. Reporting for QTV News, I am Mam Jara Kamara.
Now, before we end this news bulletin, here is a recap of our main news headlines. At the opening of the 9th Inter-Regional Ministerial Meeting on Sports Governance in the Gambia, Vice President Mohamed Bios Jallow, alongside global leaders, emphasized the importance of implementing robust anti-doping measures in sports. In a major development on Tuesday, the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO Gambia office and partners, including the Gambia government, launched the Agri-accelerator project aimed at empowering youth entrepreneurs. In a move to address human rights and constitutional matters, the Gambia Center for Victims of Human Rights Violations convened a stakeholder engagement with the Standing Committee on Human Rights and Constitutional Matters. Vulnerable families in the Upper River region have received cash as part of the NAFA cash transfer program implemented by the National Nutrition Agency and partners. That's all in this news bulletin. Thank you very much for watching. Join us again at 10 for another news